This is our CDC update and COVID Roundup for February 9th, 2024. Since last week, we are down 10% in new hospital admissions due to COVID, and we're also down 6% in deaths due to COVID. Putting this into context, after 9 weeks of hospitalization increases, we are now in our 4th week of hospitalization decreases, and we are now on our 2nd week of death decreases from COVID. However, still notably, 20 out of the last 27 weeks have involved COVID death increases, with 5 weeks holding constant and 2 weeks going down. From our travel monitoring program, or our COVID imports, JN1 is making up approximately 90% of all COVID imports. However, of note, there are 6 distinct JN1 variants that make up more than 1%, so it is very possible that these 6 subvariants of JN1 could fuel a new wave. Looking to our county map for percentage change in new hospital admissions due to COVID. As a reminder, anything that is orange is increasing levels of COVID, anything that is yellow is holding stable. This could be stable at high levels or low levels. You have to look at previous maps to know. And anything that is green or teal is going to be decreasing levels of COVID. So if we toggle back and forth between last week's map and this week's map, we're seeing that there's a bit of an explosion in the center of the country. So again, last week and this week, which agrees with the most recent update from the Iowa COVID-19 tracker, where Texas, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Massachusetts are leading the pack in terms of viral activity due to COVID. Moving on to our New York State map for COVID wastewater. Of note, anything that is dark blue is low levels of COVID, anything that is light blue is moderate levels, and anything from yellow to bright red is high levels of COVID. Presently, 94% of all reporting wastewater facilities are at high levels, which is down 1% from last week, and 2 wastewater facilities have regained low-level status. However, as noted for the past 3 weeks, there are many facilities that are typically very high that are not reporting currently, as denoted by the gray, so we would actually expect this number to be a little higher than what is currently reported. Moving on to wastewater scan and California. For our 58 reporting counties, wastewater levels seem to be holding high. And one of the things I like to look at is the liftoff down here, and it looks like it is lifting off once more. So this little white region is going back up, which is a good indication that in California, levels are heading right back up again. And since last year was the first year with similar conditions to what we have currently with COVID, in terms of social spread, gatherings, and mandates, we were expecting around January 25th to be starting to head back up again. We are on that trajectory once more, so we would expect this current wave to probably peak around the end of February. And when we look to all wastewater facilities that are currently reporting to wastewater scan, we see the same thing, where levels are heading right back up. So while the CDC is presently reporting decreases in hospitalizations and decreases in deaths, this is a lagging indicator. Wastewater is an early indicator, so I would expect this trend to be reversing shortly.